based on that intro, it's been a wild week. It's been crazy. But before I get into what's trending, hot topics, daily shorts, or anything like that, I want to take a moment to send my deepest condolences to the family of Jackie O, to her parents, to DC and her children, to her friends, to anybody that loved her. You know, there are no words, really. But to the person who celebrated her death, God bless you. There are truly some sick people in this world. For people like that, there's so much that you can say, but you just don't. You just keep it to yourself. Like Erykah Badu said, universe, do your thing. And I mean that in a good way. When I tell y'all it's been a crazy week, it's been a crazy week. I live in Louisiana, so you already know what the hot topic is here. But it was such a busy week that I didn't know what the hashtag of the day was, the tweet of the day, what the real trending topic would be, what the hot topic was, what the real breaking news was, because so much was going on. Donald Trump was indicted. Pat Robinson died. Hell gained a real one, didn't they? That devil, he's gone. Zion Williamson, he's caught up. UFOs falling out the sky. It was so much, y'all. But let's get into it. So Donald Trump was finally indicted. And I say finally because for the past, year and a half, there's been this constant, nonstop talk about the Southern District of New York. Oh, when Trump leaves office, he's going to jail. He's trying to stay in office because as soon as he is out of office, he's going to be arrested. If you've watched any level of television for the last year, this has been repeated ad nauseum. I'm not excited. Not at all. I'll get excited when Donald Trump, people like Donald Trump, are actually serving time. Indictments, trials, all of that, it means nothing. If there's no conviction, there's no sentencing, there's no actual serving of time. And I don't know that this wealthy former president is going to serve time. I don't know that in this country that will ever happen. I think it's a fantasy that he's actually going to ever be photographed with a mugshot. He's ever going to be in an orange jumpsuit. That he'll have a commissary where they can put $200 or $300 a month on it and he'll be eating prison food. I doubt that will ever happen, but, we'll see. I think some of my neighbors think that I'm a Democrat, and I'm not. I don't identify as Democrat or Republican, but I have some Republican neighbors that would cut my throat behind Donald Trump. Guess where they at today? They hiding out. They're hiding out. Nobody's cutting grass. Nobody is a chatty Cathy today. They're sad because Donald Trump has been indicted. These are some of the poorest white people in the country in the state of Louisiana. And they will run you over to get back to that poll to vote for this man again. And their lives haven't changed one bit because Donald Trump was president. And that's not everybody. I'm just talking about what I see around the state of Louisiana in certain pockets of Louisiana. This is a red state, Blue governor, but, red state. I just hope that they hurry up and get whatever is going to or not going to happen. I just hope that it happens as soon as possible, because I'm sick of hearing about it already. And I know it's a serious situation. I understand that these classified documents being in the hands of the wrong people, the wrong governments, could be catastrophic. I get it. But let's just, hope that there's a conclusion to, this madness as soon as possible. Pat Robinson finally died. And guess what? I'm not saying I was happy about it. I'm not saying I celebrated. But I am saying that I felt no sadness, not a lick. Because that man was evil. A so-called Christian could quote scriptures on you probably in his sleep. Straight evil. That's the worst kind. The ones that proclaim to be Christians, love thy neighbors, but not if they Haitians. Not if they Haitians, though. Oh, no, shy. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm from Louisiana. Love thy neighbors if they're white evangelicals. That's the ones we love. Those are the neighbors that we love, not those other people. He's busting hell wide open right now.
3, 2, 1.
Before we get to Zion Williamson, drop down in the comments and tell me if you saw the latest story about the UFO in Arizona and what you think about it. Do you think there are UFO communities around the country? Because I think we all agree that there are life forms on other planets, that is a possibility, that we are not the only living beings on planet Earth. But do you think that there are other life forms that are living right here on Earth around this country? I'm not a conspiracy theorist by any stretch of the imagination, but the whole call to 911, for those of you who may not be familiar with what happened, let me give you 30 seconds. Just an overview of what happened. A family in Arizona hears a loud explosion. They walk out into the backyard. They see two people that they describe as aliens. Very, very tall. 10 foot tall. 8 foot tall. Large heads, strange eyes. They call 911. The police arrive. That's an overview. I'm not a conspiracy theorist by any stretch of the imagination, but let me break down what is bothering me about this entire situation. Number one, there are no photographs of the 8 foot person or the 10 foot person. No photographs. It looked like there were like 6 people at that home. Not a single person took out an Android or an iPhone to take a photograph of the 8 foot person or the 10 foot person. That's number one. Number two, the 911 call was, in my opinion, extremely calm. I would have freaked out if there was an 8 foot person with a large head with strange eyes and a friend in my backyard. It wouldn't have been that calm. It wouldn't have been a conversation. I would have said, get every unit that you have here. I wouldn't have made any time to talk because I needed to get my AR-15 or my whatever, because it looks like I'm going to have to do some shooting today. So, no. This is a situation that calls for a different type of weapon, and I don't have time. I got bullets I need to find. I need to get into a safe. But he's on the phone talking with a 911 operator saying, seriously, I'm not playing. Like, there's, people in my yard. But nobody got a photograph. Nobody engaged them. Nobody talked to them. There was no communication. No nothing. Number 3, it took law enforcement an hour to get to that property. I don't understand that either, because it seems like to me that's something that should have been escalated, and it shouldn't have taken, there should have been like a patrol car, nearby, and it shouldn't have taken. So in that entire neighborhood district, that area, there wasn't one single patrol unit that could have responded less than 60 minutes. That's kind of weird to me. When the homeowner takes the officer to the backyard, to the left, there's like a space that's blacked out. It's not blurred out, but it's blacked out. And they discuss, what was there, which was the aliens, but they're no longer there. The question is, how did the aliens get out the backyard? However they left that backyard, however they exited that backyard, their departure was not captured anywhere. In this time and age, one would think that on that street there should be at least one home that has a Ring camera or some sort of home surveillance that would have captured, their departure from that neighborhood. So far, nobody has any pictures. Nobody. Zion Williamson, Moriah Mills, and a few other people. This is day 4 or 5. This girl is losing it. She's losing it. I guess $100,000 a month will make you lose it. But she's trying to convince the entire world that she's a victim. She's a victim. Like this was a real relationship. Like she really loved him. He really loved her. And he humiliated her, according to her words. This wasn't a relationship. This was a situationship. He got what he wanted. And she got what she wanted. And that was a lot of money. She was getting paid, allegedly, over $100,000 a month. And Zion is out here paying for store-bought booty. Store-bought. And he's in New Orleans. He's in Louisiana, where some of the most beautiful women in the world are located. With real booty. Booty that has been created by gumbo, etouffee, boudin, red beans. And he's out here buying store-bought booty. Oh my goodness. You hate to see it, don't you? It's absolutely crazy. But again, these are the choices that he made. This is all his fault. And I know he's young. I know he's 22. And I know some of these girls in their 30s or close to being 30, whatever. And Zion is as quiet as a church mouse. Nothing. One statement. And I don't blame him. I would be quiet too. I would be somewhere hiding out. Because a 22-year-old wealthy professional athlete had his choice of women, and he's out here tricking money off with porn stars. I'd be hiding too. Moriah Mills is like, we're breaking up when I say we're breaking up. It's over when I say it's over. This girl is plumb crazy. This is absolutely ridiculous at this point. This is low-key harassment. And when you look back at that video of her on Wendy Williams' show, she had a cute enough face. Now, she's transformed into something else now. The lips, the lips look bad. The boobs are bad. That booty is bad. And this girl is carrying on like she's a real bad bitch. In her mind, she is, You hate to see it. So, I don't know. She's still trending. Day 5. It's time for an intervention. She needs a 5150, a 5125, and a 5250. Because 72 hours ain't enough. That is not enough for somebody that is this unhinged. But it's time. She needs an intervention. She needs a 5150 off the top. But she also needs a 5152. And then we're going to do it one more again. She needs a 5250. She needs 72 hours off the top just to pry her from that phone. And then she needs 14 days. And then she needs another 14 days. She needs in treatment. she needs 28 days. I know $100,000, a month, if that's true. Yeah, that's a lot of money to lose. Because I know she requires a lot of toilet paper. And the baby mama street fighter, I know she's sitting back thinking, just wait till I drop this baby. Just wait. Just wait until I drop this baby. That girl look like she can fight. Whoo. You hate to see it. And my uncle, he's so crazy. He's talking about, that's why his fat ass couldn't play. I'm giving up my season tickets. I was thinking, you could have done that 3 years ago. I've seen Zion play like maybe 3 or 4 times. That's it. On a serious note, all of this is his fault. Decisions he made. He's young and he's stupid, inexperienced, walking around with a shitload of money, tricking it off. But again, all of this is his own fault. You got to make better decisions. You got to think with your brain. Nothing else. Because, some, not just women, but people in general see him as an opportunity for whatever. And that always has to be at the forefront of any engagement with anybody. Don't forget to like this video, share the video. Drop down in the comments and tell me what you think about Trump. Do you think he's really, really going to jail? What you think about the UFO? Is it human nature to calmly respond to a 10-foot person with beady eyes and a friend, an 8-foot person with beady eyes, and a loud explosion in your backyard? Is it normal to respond calmly to that kind of situation? And tell me what you think about Zion Williamson. What you think about his actions or lack thereof. What you think about Moriah Mills. Am I way off base when I say this girl need a psych evaluation? I don't know. We'll see what happens tomorrow.